How's it going, guys? Today we're going to make a joke app, and then also I want to show you a little bit about Swift. So to get started, we're going to use this application called Xcode 6. You basically get it for free whenever you register your Apple ID with Apple saying that you want to be a developer. We're going to create a new Xcode project and then do a single view application. And then we're going to say silly joke 3, create. And basically, this is Xcode. Now, you can actually create apps without even having you use much coding. There's this really useful feature called Storyboard that will show you your screen on your app. And this is called a view controller. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to drag a button onto the screen here. And we're going to call it Tell Me a Joke. Now, to make the next screen show up, what we have to do is we have to drag another view controller onto the screen here and then control drag the button to the other screen. Now, when we do that, basically whenever we tap on that button, it'll pop up this other screen. And then what we do is we drag a text box onto it and then write in our joke. Cheeseburger walks into a bar. And then another text box underneath it. The bartender stops him, and then the next text box here is, and he says, "I'm sorry, we don't serve food here." Okay, and then that's pretty much everything. We just hit play here, and what this will do is it'll compile this app together, and notice we didn't write one bit of code to make this work. So now here we have our iPhone simulator. So this is what it would look like. It says tell me a joke, and when we tap on it, it pops up with this joke here. Cheeseburger walks into a bar, the bartender stops him and says, "I'm sorry, we don't serve food here." And then the next thing I want to show you is Swift. So like what the language looks like. It's a little different than basically anything else. We will go back into Xcode and get started with playground, and let's do weather app 2, create, and I want to show you the basics of the language. Okay. So the first thing that you learn whenever doing computer programming is how to make a statement pop up, like how to print a statement. To do that, you type in the word print and then ln, open parentheses, quotations, hello world, quotations, parentheses, and it prints to the right, hello world, if I could spell it correctly. And that's pretty much the first part of Swift is how to make something show up. Now, next thing is going to be a little bit more complex. We're going to create a container of information. The best way to do that is create a variable. So we type in var, and then we name what we want it to be. So let's call it weather temp with a capital T. So variable says that this is going to be a container. Weather temperature says that that's basically going to be the name, and then we put in an equal signs, and that's going to basically say that the weather temp is, and let's say 65 degrees. So this is the basics on how to create an array or a container of information. Now the next part of this is creating like an if statement. So let's say if weather temp is less than 70 degrees. Now the secret here is put in a curly brace, because this basically says what happens after it recognizes that it's less than 70 degrees. We say print ln, parentheses, quotations, it's chilly, close quotations, close parentheses, and it prints it's chilly because we have our variable as the weather temperature being 65, and we said if it's less than 65, say it's chilly. Now, if it's not less than 70 degrees, we're going to put else, and then curly brace, print ln, parentheses, quotations, it's hot. Quotations, parentheses, And now what this will do is this if statement is basically saying that if it's less than 70, then it's chilly. But if it's more than 70, it'll be hot. So let's go to our container, our variable weather temperature that equals 65, and let's change it to 85. Whenever we do that, now you notice that it changes from it's chilly to it's hot. And that's basically the basics with Swift, and I hope you enjoyed it. And I try to make this quick. And again, if you're watching from a mobile phone, I'm sorry that you had trouble seeing this. Just try watching it from a desktop. See you guys next time.